Hello everyone and welcome back to this channel. Today we are looking at the Video Games Monthly for the month of May, and we have 5 of them and we're going to be ranking all of them. We've got 1 Sega Genesis, 1 Super Nintendo, and 3 Nintendo games. Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps us channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. Alright, let's begin. First up, The Incredible Crash Dummies for the Super Nintendo. The story revolves around 2 crash dummies named Slick and Spin, and a scientist named Dr. Zub, the creator of the indestructible Torso 9000, which is worn by the notorious Junkman, leader of the evil junk bots, and the crash dummy's sworn enemy. Zub tells Slick and Spin that the Junkman wants his hands on the blueprints for the Torso that he can build an army of indestructible junk bots to take over the world. Now the button layout is simple enough. You throw, jump, sprint. The third button isn't used. The controls are easy to get used to, but the difficulty is a little crazy at times. There's simply too many obstacles to avoid, and it can get really frustrating. But this is actually kind of fun. What I like about this is that your life meter is your body. Every time you get hit, you lose a body part, and you can regain them by collecting wrenches. And this game, honestly, it was kind of fun, better than the Nintendo version, and I am giving this a C. Next up, for the NES, Golgo 13 Top Secret Episode. The storyline is your basic James Bond espionage thriller and all the way. As it had all of the key elements of a James Bond movie, you start off the game looking for a group called the Iron Curtain, and you are called in for an assignment. You meet up with this woman, and then the game starts. Over the course of the game, you will encounter many sorts of people. Some will lie to you, some will steal from you. There are generally not nice people. And this is how the game works, the basic plot. You are basically in a James Bond movie. The actual graphics during the gameplay are actually pretty solid. I really like the background in the game, and all of them seem really well done. The enemy designs were solid, and I like how each enemy had a different look to them. There was a nice variety of enemy designs, and I definitely appreciated it. Some of the backgrounds were a bit too colorful, and some of the hotel rooms and train stations. The gameplay was okay. It's kind of a slow-paced game. It actually wasn't bad. I'm gonna give this a C. Next up, Pro Wrestling for the NES. The game features 6 different looking and performers, colorful characters, which are a good mix of your all-American superstars, gimmicky monster brawler, hard-style Japanese grappler, and masked luchador. These are Fighter Hayabusa, King Slender, Starman, the Amazon, King Corn, and Giant Panther. Wrestling enthusiasts will immediately notice that there are some resemblance to real-life 1980s professional wrestling legends such as Antonio Inoki, Killer Khan, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, and Tiger Mask. The game allows for 2 players to square off in a one-on-one bout, but the real challenge is a single-player mode where you pick your character from the selection screen, then you fight all the other 5 characters in sequence in a bid to capture the VWA World Championship. Then you are required to defend the title against all the same opponents in a total of 10 consecutive times. This is probably one of the better wrestling games for the NES. I'm gonna give this a C. Next up, Vegas Dream for the NES. Vegas Dream is a casino gambling game. It contains 4 games: Blackjack, Roulette, Slot Machine, and Keno. In Blackjack, your goal is to try to get as close to 21 as possible without going over. In Roulette, you must place bets on whatever number or type of something you think the ball will land on in a roulette wheel. In Slot Machine, you have 2 kinds of slot machines to choose from: pot of gold slots that go from $1, $5, $25, or $50 and $100, or you can try your luck at the jackpot bar, where one slot machine will let you bet $1, $5, $25, $50, or $100, and you get to use this one last time if you lose all your money before the game is officially over. In Keno, you must bet on 15 numbers or less, then you are done. The winning numbers are announced. If you don't get most of them right, you don't win. In the gameplay, sometimes you can encounter other people. One may accidentally spill a drink on you and ask to wash your coat, and if you give your coat to her, she may steal everything in it, or she may return it. You may also encounter a man who asks for money. He could be a con artist or just someone down on his luck. There are also people you can marry, but watch out though, your lover may steal all your money. You can also buy stocks. The stocks person will take to the lounge to talk about it. It's also nice of the game developers to give you one last shot at the slot machine if you lose all your money before giving you the classic game over. This game, yeah, it was okay. It wasn't bad. I'm going to give this a C. Next up, for the Genesis. Genesis 6-Pack. 6-Packs is also known as Sega Genesis 6-Pack. It's a compilation featuring 6 Sega Genesis games. Released in 1995, this compilation features some of the Sega's most successful games from the first year of the console, and these are the 6 games to choose from. First, I'm going to start out with my least favorite, is Super Hang-On. Super Hang-On is a MotoGP arcade-style racer that is not too much about leading the pack as it is beating the clock by reaching various checkpoints. Laid throughout 4 racing courses and various lengths, this is the only game in the collection I really just didn't care about that much. Next up, Golden Axe. Golden Axe takes to the form of a scrolling 2-player beat-em-up. Players move from the left to right, fighting color-coded mutants until they reach a boss enemy, beat him, and it's on to the next level. The sprites are large and detailed, each has a distinct look and personality, and this one wasn't bad. Columns, a drop-and block puzzle game. This game proved to be an engrossing and addicting dropping block puzzler in its own right. The game involves stacks of 3 or 4 color blocks descending into the screen. Pressing a button will shift the order in the colored blocks within each stack, and moving the D-pad right or left will alter where they land. I actually like this. This was a good alternative to Tetris and or Dr. Mario. Next up, Streets of Rage. This is a beat 'em up game. In this game, you pick 1 or 3 characters and you attempt to take out all the enemies left and right in the level. There are well over 10 levels in this game, and let's just say each of the levels is jam-packed with enemies. Punks in tight uniforms will attack you from one side, while 4 dojo artists streamlines may attack you from the other. And this was actually a really good game also. Next, Revenge of Shinobi. The way this game is set up is simple enough. You move Shinobi from one area to the next, defeating the enemies that are in your way, until you finally arrive at the home base of the evil Kabuki warlord who has kidnapped Shinobi's wife. Now, in this game, you can jump, duck, crawl, walk, attack, and using throwing stars, attack and using your sword only on close encounters, attack using your foot, or you can even use magic. And this game was pretty fun. I liked this back in the day, and it still holds up today. And finally, we have Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog is a 2D side-scrolling, much like most of the action-adventure games in the early 90s, but this game isn't exactly like other blockbuster 2D side-scrollers such as Super Mario series. Sonic is very fast, but he doesn't have any major abilities such as flying to help him out. All he can do is run, jump, and curl up into a ball. The whole time you're playing a game, you will need to collect as many rings as you can. There are hundreds of rings scattered throughout each level. If you collect at least 100 of them, you will earn an extra life. But watch out, because it's not like collecting coins in the Mario games. If Sonic gets hit just once by an enemy, or if he touches any dangerous obstacles such as spikes or lava, all the rings that he has collected so far will scatter all over the screen. If you get hit while not having any single ring, you will lose a life. And this game is still fun to this day. And that would be the collection, and honestly, this was a really great collection, and I'm going to give this one an A. And there you have it for this month's Video Games Monthly Games. This was actually a really solid month. I'm really happy with this one. We have an A, and I think the rest I gave them all C's. Yeah, they were all really good this month. So what are your thoughts on this month's games? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. And until next time, peace out.